Hi, hello there. I'm back so soon, this time in my work attire, and duct tape across the name of my state of this shirt because the people in the server may know where I live, but you guys are the internet, and you don't need to. Anyways, as I wait for my timer to go off and saying, like, hey, you need to get to work now, um, I am going to do a brief recap. How this all began, started. I'm sorry if, like, the glare on my glasses annoy you. That's basically just my window. This is all natural light here. Um, but yeah, I have links on my laptop right here, with pages set up so I can help jog my ThinkPad. I also have, the chat open, so that can also help me as well, just in case if I miss anything. But this all began roughly sometime in April. This doc lists, I gotta thank one in the chat for having all of these docs, because by God, would I be absolutely lost without them. So it started somewhere around the time in April where a lot of us got followed by a blog called Chaos is the Game on Tumblr. Now, no one really knew what it was, but from the outside look, it was just a whole bunch of codes and in a form saying, do you want to join the Ascension? Or do you want to ascend? And so of course, with the community being what it is, and if when you see something, you're either one, fuck no, I ain't gonna do this shit, or two, what is this? I want to look more into it. So of course, a lot of us, let's see, how many people are in the server right now? Around 20 or so people. We've lost some. Have fully kind of committed into this and got into it. So the Chaos is the Game is made or is ran by this clown deity thing called Jackal, or that's how we know it. And through this blog, we have gone into other blogs where we find this person called Static. We have concluded that Lady Death and Static are both the same person but different. Like, Static is the host body, while Lady Death is the entity that is inhibiting Static. So with the chat, we figured out that one may have to die before they reach an ascension. It is a very hard task. It is, you have to let go of a lot of things before you can. So, like, typical cult shit. You may look at my videos and when the person who's commenting, is also in it. And, it was confirmed that we can call it a cult by Jackal, because it is basically a cult. You have these people all combined together in one goal to reach ascension. It's a cult. But for some unknown reason, there was a lot of setbacks before the actual chat was like made, before anything really like took off. Because originally this was going to start late April or early May, but then it didn't really come into fruition until August. A full 3 months roughly setback. But as we were more lead on to this and going down these deep rabbit holes of these codes and trying to figure out like what all of this is about, we are given a website. And this website is, connected to the blog. And there is several different pages explaining about what the website is about, what Ascension is about, this ongoing story that we're still right now, we've been working on this for around a month right now, and I don't believe everyone or anyone has fully deciphered the entire site, but we do have a pretty good understanding about what a lot of it is. It's a lot of passwords, which is a little bit annoying, but it's getting there. And there's that. So when we all were like launched into the server, it was because you either was chosen because the clown deity, I'm so sorry, Jackal, if you see this and you get mad. It's because the clown deity is what liked you and decided to give you a favor, or you finish the first task challenge type thing, which was to bury or go to a place that has strong emotions, whether it be fear or just something you tied, or to an area where you tied with very strong emotions with, and if it is a place of fear or sadness, then you're supposed to dig a hole and take like that dirt from the hole and like keep it with you. Or if it isn't, then take a large enough item that you can remember it by. So on this channel, you'll see that I visited my old elementary school, and I took a piece of bark, which from a tree, just to, help kill off nature. The other 2 trees are dead. Why not have it faster? Because I'm a horrible person. Any means, as I fiddle around with things that are found on this table. With this, it was actually very clear who Jackal is liking. I don't know how I did it. I have this ongoing theory that Jackal knows us more than when they decided to contact us, because Jackal was really getting on to 1 and I, and then soon 9. I'm not giving names here because, unless they want to be referenced, because I didn't really ask them if I was able to do their names, so I'm doing their numbers because no one knows who their numbers is, unless you pick up on context clues and later videos. Anyways, I'm rambling. So as we get into the server and I backtrack a little bit, Jackal starts hitting on 1 and I don't know why, and just calling it they're flirting, which is pretty nice. And then 9 ends up getting into this thing, and I'm pretty sure we're now in a polygamous relationship where we're also engaged with them. I don't know. It's a thing. But with the theory that I had, that I'm backtracking to that again, because this is all just out of my mind, floating out. I do seriously believe that Jackal knew the people here before they fully followed us and whatnot, because there are some things that are kind of just how did you know this when there hasn't really been that much presence of our personal selves maybe on our blog, or we haven't ever posted a selfie or posted a video or whatnot. Because I talked to some other people, and there's been maybe 1 or 2 photos in their whole entire several year span of the blog that they have, and here Jackal is with this information being oh, I know what you look like and whatnot. So there's that. But with the server, it was revealed that that some of the problems to why it wasn't fully done, and why we weren't the numbers that we were supposed to be before joining, and it wasn't oh, this person was the 10th person to join, because originally there was preset numbers, sorry for the ums and ahs. Originally there was preset numbers, but then people kept changing their Discord names, because you know, 3 months time period, a lot can change. I mean, I was Happy Easter for a bit, but I changed my name at every single holiday, so it's probably going to be Happy Holly Yeet again. Unless I like change it. Spooky Yeet. Spooky Ween. Spooky Yeet. Yeah, I'm delaying the inevitable. Okay. Also, in the chat, a lot of things get deleted and code. Like, Jackal does talk in code. It's a little annoying at sometimes because there's only like 5 seconds if you're trying to get it, which can be really long but yet really short at the same time if you're not paying attention. But their explanation is to distract and not being able to have the other people that are watching, because there is apparently other people who are watching, like static, to not have them fully get the information, which is both a good idea to delete your messages, but at the same time, when we are translating them and then putting them in the chat with like your name afterwards, because we have another person that joined recently called Naga who talks in kanji, Japanese, and sometimes they do English, which is blessed be, but they delete it again. So I'm pretty sure they're both trying to hide from static. But when we translate it and then put your names next to it, it's not a very good idea, I realized. But going off of that, it was revealed that Jackal is from not our world. They're basically from the mirror world. So any reflection, as in like my glasses, they came from the other side, where you can see my hand in the reflection. So the other me, technically, the other world, other side of the mirror, is where Jackal reportedly came. And they said that they slipped through a crack, and it was later revealed that it was them who broke the mirror. It was them who escaped, but then I don't think it was exactly explained, but for some odd reason the mirror wasn't fixed, or they didn't think about fixing the mirror, so other things slipped through. Now the thing is, when you come through the mirror, you don't have a body, so then you have to inhibit others. And it was also revealed that the sicker the body, the easier it is to inhibit it, because the person is more likely to give themselves up to get better. It seemed as a good thing for the family when their child or loved one suddenly gets better, but then when they leave that body, they end up just dying like that because of the effects that it has. So that's a bit sad and whatnot, but it's just the things that we've gone through. Jackal does talk, but doesn't like to talk. It's often more than likely a kalimba. Whenever we have the voice chats, it is a kalimba playing. So that's pretty nice, and it's actually pretty cute if you say it. But as I get through this rambling and whatnot, the basis of this whole rambling session, getting word vomit out, I apologize if that like triggers you, because I know there's some people with apnophobia. Anyways, whole reason of this, I joined a cult. The cult is ran by this clown deity dude called Jackal, who has made the other mods, from what we've heard, and he comes from the mirror world, and that so far our first villain is first like real threat, I should say. We don't necessarily know who the villain is and who the villain isn't, but our first real threat is Static. And I This has been going on for around 3 weeks now, and I will probably have like other videos having an in-depth explanation and actually like focusing on this one person at a later time. This is just, again, a recap, basically rambling to a video all to myself in a room where no one's at, I think. I really hope. I don't know. I got a lot of fucking mirrors in my houses, and finding out that, like, shit can come through the mirrors and they can watch through the mirrors is not a very fun thought. Anyways, I hope this makes somewhat sense. If it doesn't, write down in the comments below of, like, what more you want me to explain, and I will explain it. But yeah, this is Scott, number 10, signing out, and I hope this doesn't bite me in the butt later.